Hi, this is Monty from Moat Park Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just come into us. This is our Mercedes-Benz C220CDi, it's a diesel, automatic, and it's the Sport Edition model. So that means it's got the AMG styling or the AMG body kit. Slightly different alloy wheels now. You'll notice when I walk around the vehicle very shortly, the wheels have been refurbished. They were originally normally silver, but they're now a gun metal grey. Now I'm going to briefly walk around the car and give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now the reasons we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. Please have a read of some of my reviews on Auto Trader. They are all genuine. It's all 5-star. I'm sure I'm about to get a bad one somewhere along the line, but everything is absolutely fantastic at the moment. Now a little bit more about this car. It's covered 103,000 miles. It's got 7 service stamps in the book. The previous owner actually serviced it. I think it was in January or February of 2018. Car covered about 101,000 miles, and it had a service and MOT'd. I believe the MOT was at the end of March, so it goes up to the end of March 2019. So that's the reason why I'm holding the camera by the registration number. Please feel free to do any checks on the MOT. The last MOT had one advisory for a tyre, but we've changed both back tyres, to be fair. It only needed one, but we've changed both of them, so they were both identical makes. We haven't put any kind of cheaper alternative, Chinese tyres or anything like that. It's got some Bridgestones on the back, and I think some Continentals on the front. Okay, now I am in a public park, so if you do see people walking past, do apologise, but it's just one of those things. That's where I take all my photographs and do all my videos. Give you a closer look at the wheels. Now what we've recently done, I don't know if you can see, but I'll share a better look shortly. We have had the front brake pads and discs replaced because they were just a little bit, they weren't low. There was a slight kind of judder through the pedal, so we just got them changed. It actually drives fantastically now. Now in terms of spec on this car, it's got leather interior, front and rear parking sensors, you can probably see, and it's got heated seats. It's also got a telephone pre-wiring package. What that means is you can buy a Bluetooth adapter that will go into the centre armrest, and you can use your phone through the steering wheel and the radio. Right, so let's start the review or appraisal. So as I mentioned, tyres, well, I didn't tell you about the treads, but you've got Continentals on the front, Bridgestones on the back. They've got plenty of tread on the tyres. They've got approximately between sort of 4.5 and 5 millimetres of tread. Now I mentioned the alloys have just been refurbished. So it's just an exterior kind of refurbish. There's a few scuffs around them. So instead of having it the normal silver, I just changed them to this gunmetal grey and new centre caps as well. And what I'm going to do is just try and pan down the side of the car just to try and give you a view. There's one or two little tiny trolley dents, but nothing major. Again, it's done 103,000 miles, this car. It's 12 years of age, so it's not going to be a brand new car. It's going to have a few little stone chips here and there, and I'll show you most of them very shortly. Now I mentioned earlier on it's got 7 service stamps in the book. Now how Mercedes-Benz tended to work around this sort of age of car, it was done on something called a service assist, and the cars were serviced every sort of 2 years or 18,000 miles. Okay, so it would normally only have about 6 service stamps in the book anyway for a 12-year-old car, and this one's got 7. Okay, let's give you an idea of view inside. Now I have ordered a new set of mats. The mats that are in the car, well, had seen better days, so I've ordered a new set of black mats with a nice grey piping to go around it. Let's show you the interior. Looks all nice and clean. No kind of, especially the driver's seat, there's no sort of like, bad sort of cracks or stitching that's coming away, anything like that. It's generally been really looked after, this car. Climate control, air conditioning, driver and passenger, super cold. There's your radio stroke CD in there, and then all your buttons to do with heated seats and parking sensors and ESP and things like that. There's the 3-spoke steering wheel that you'll get on the Sport Edition. And then you've got these slightly different dials in there where you've got this silver outlay on around the dials. That is you'll only get that on the Sports Edition. Automatic headlamps. There's no folding mirrors on this particular car. 4 electric window switches and the boot release. Show the back. Now I forgot to mention these videos do tend to take about 8 to 10 minutes long. Apologies about that, but we try and do this so whether you're 2 miles away or 200 miles away, when you come to have a look at the car, it should be as I've described it. We are all human. I might miss 1 or 2 things. It's not done intentionally, but it's sometimes when you're making these videos you might miss a chip here and there. Okay, door panel again, all looks good. Let me just give you a view down the side of the car. Hopefully if I move the camera slowly enough you can try and pick up, there's no kind of nasty gouges or great big dents coming in it, anything like that at all. As I mentioned, there's 1 or 2 little trolley dents. I think there's 1 around here, tiny one, but again they're very, very small. If I took a photograph of here you wouldn't see it. There's no way you wouldn't even see it if I got that close, but I just want to point them out to you. Rear bumper, all looks really good. You can see the rear parking sensors there. We put a new set of plates on the car. Just the old ones just looked a bit worse for wear. They were the original ones from Mercedes-Benz. Open up the boot for you. You got the original warning triangle in there as well. Lovely. Twin pipe exhaust on the diesels. That's how they poke down towards the floor like that. Hopefully that all looks really good. You've got this really nice AMG boot spoiler on there. Just really sort of sets the car off. Just go down the passenger side. Hopefully you can try and pick up. There's still lots of tread on the tyres. There will be a picture of the tread of the tyres as well. And hopefully you can try and pick up the reflections again. There's 1 or 2 little trolley dents. Now unfortunately my dent man is on holiday and he's going to be on holiday for about another 2 weeks. So if I can get him down and get a couple of little dents. There's a tiny one just around here, but it's tiny. Again, it's 12 years of age. It's to be expected. I mean, how many times have we gone to view a car and it's nothing like the pictures that someone's put on or advertised. Okay. I'm going to show you some more inside. It's all really nice and clean in there. Interior all really good. To be fair, the back seats really don't look like they've been sat in at all. You've got centre armrest there, as you can see, with a couple of cup holders in there. Properly. And then front section here. So passenger seat, all looks lovely. And then what I'll do, I'll just show you the driver's seat, because normally you tend to get like the squad bit around there all gets all sort of crushed up, but it's in great condition in here. And I mentioned about the phone-free wiring package. There's a little slot that you can buy a cradle that slots into there. And the way you can tell you've got phone-free wiring is when you have a look at the aerial. You'll always have an aerial on the back. If you haven't got an aerial there, that means that you haven't got telephone pre-wiring. Glove box in there, lock and wheel nut keys are in there. Looks really good. And again, partial electric seats on the driver and passenger, so that's for the backrest and the height. The rest is all manual. What I'll try and give you a view down the side of the car here. And again, I'll just hold the camera sort of slowly. I'll just move it. Now you may get some sort of shadows from the trees, but that's all it is just shadows. But I just wanted to try and point out that it's all nice and bright. There's no dulling of paint, that type of thing. And again, you can probably notice on the sills, quite flared at the back there. That's to do with the AMG package. I think I mentioned there's new centre caps in there and new front brake pads and discs. Now, windscreen. There is one sort of chip that's there. Okay, I'm just pointing it out to you. Again, it's not in the sweep of the driver's wiper, so it would not come up as an MOT failure or an advisory. So if I took a picture back here, you can just about probably pick it up. But there she is there. It's just a tiny little chip. It's quite an old one. You can probably try and have a go at filling it up, but it's not cracked. It's not getting any worse. Okay. And now the front of the car. Really, really nice, deep spoilered AMG front bumper. Now, 103,000 miles, 12 years of age. You're going to have a few stone chips here and there, and I'll show them all, or try and point most of them out to you. You've got a few scattered around the sort of top edge of the bumper and around the lower skirt. Now, we're not painting front bumpers, unfortunately. It's not the type of car that I'll be doing that, again, with the age of the car, and again, sort of cost of it, really. It's by the time we've painted a front bumper and then you try and go into the wings, you could be into sort of £400 or £500, which then goes on to the price of the car. Bonnet, a few stone chips. The worst one is that one there and a couple along here. Okay, just two there. Again, I'm just highlighting these for you, so when you do come and have a look at the car, there's no nasty shocks. So again, if I took a picture from here, there's absolutely no chance of you seeing any of them chips. I just want to point them out to you. Some people tend to be a bit too honest, really. But anyway, we're over 11 minutes now, so I do apologise. I have dragged on a little bit. So I'd like to thank you very much for your time. If there's any vehicles that you see at Motor Park Vehicles, this car or anything else, please don't hesitate to give me a call, send me a text message, email. I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you again for your patience. Bye-bye.